Hey everyone, welcome to Touch Taste Thursday. This is episode 2, season 4. I am Rebecca of the Jean Ellen Home and Lifestyle Collection, and my guest tonight is Norvel Lasserre of Lasserre Cognacs, based out of here in Louisiana. I am excited. I think you guys are going to enjoy his story. I think you're going to enjoy listening to his story about his cognac brand, about real estate investments, just him as a person. I'm excited. So I hope that you guys tune in. Make sure you're commenting, you're sharing, you're liking. Make sure you are letting people know that Touch Taste Thursday is live. And so we are on now. And so I hope you guys have had an amazing week. It's Thursday. So that's the best we can hope for. That is Thursday. And so now we are going to get into Touch Taste Thursday. I'm going to welcome in my guests. And again, like, comment, share. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. Make sure you're putting them there so that we can ask questions. All right, everyone. So make sure you are also registered to vote. I always want to make sure that I impress upon you guys to go out and be registered to vote. If you're not sure if you're still on the roll, you may need to go and check with your Secretary of State. So, with that being said, this is the bottle of Lasserre Cognac. It is actually honey cognac. And I will also show you my little concoction that I've created and give you the recipe. So, welcome. Good afternoon. How are you?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome.
Awesome. So, again, I just wanted to talk to you, get to know more about you, share your story, allow you the opportunity to share your story about building a cognac brand, entering into the spirits industry, as well as talk about you as a real estate investor.
Okay. I really didn't pursue. I didn't pursue cognac. It just was my man, you take care. I was just trying to find out about a little bit more about my ancestors and all of the Lasserres came from France. So I went to my grandmother and she gave me these documents that led me to my 5th generation great grandfather. So to get more information on him, I had to take a trip to France because I always heard the story about the two brothers that traveled to from France to the U.S. and they settled in Louisiana, bought some land, had a family, started a family, and long story short, one of the sons had ended up having a child with an ex-slave named Adele Kramer, and she gave birth to the first black Lasserre named Felician.
Okay.
And this is where me and my family come from. So I wanted to know more about my history, more about my family, and what I'm saying. And I had to travel to France to do that, but I was like, I had never been out of the country at the time. It was back in 2014. And I was like, kind of fearful, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I might get in a fight, go to jail, lose my citizenship. I was kind of concerned about what can happen. And I remember something that a billionaire wrote that said, feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's exactly what I did. So I just, I said, well, yo, I'm gonna join some type of delegation or something. I joined a trade mission called the Futuralia because they had a delegation from Louisiana with people that speak both French and English.
Okay.
So I kind of felt comfortable going with some people, that speak the language. And it was a business trip, but I wasn't going there for business. I was just joining the crew. My plan was to just get there the first day and show my face and then try to sneak away because I had to go into South France and Saint Salvi along the border of Spain.
Okay.
I had to go there and do my research. So I kind of felt bad because the people were so nice to me. The delegation, it was like, making sure I was on the bus, and they had to catch the little bus to go to the thing. Uh,
to get everything all done in here so you can hang out in about like 20 minutes or so.
all right, cool, my man. Yeah, so it was just so nice. I was like, man, I felt kind of bad because I had to sneak away,
Right.
and I know they was gonna be looking for me. So actually, I'm gonna just go attend the greeting ceremony. So when I went to the greeting ceremony, which is in a huge, huge, huge venue, I mean, it was like, man, it was so huge. I'm looking around and I'm seeing these sheiks with the turbans on, and
Uh-huh.
these brothers and sisters from Africa with the dashikis on, and people from all over the world at this event. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell did I sign up for? What is this?
Right.
Because I didn't even know it was going to be that huge. I didn't know it was going to be that big. Then they told me they had over 39 countries had participated in that event, and they had over 500 businesses that was there to do business transactions.
Okay.
And I'm looking around. They had other black folks there, but I was the only African American from the United States that was at that event, and I couldn't believe that.
Right.
It was like, man, I know black folks got money in America, man. Nobody taking advantage of something like this big.
Mm-hmm.
They had so much money in that building, it was crazy.
So once you
And
got
people from
there and you
Dubai.
kind of started to feel your way around, and you got to your location, and you were able to start to connect with some of the locals there and just let them know, your story and what you were and who you were trying to find.
No, I was scheduled to meet with 20 businesses. Just be mindful. I wasn't even supposed to participate in this event. I just joined it to be around a group of people that spoke the language. Because I felt comfortable being with some. I ain't speak English, I ain't speak French.
Right.
So that was the only reason that I went with them. I had no plans on staying at this event. But when I got there and I saw how big it was, and I saw that there was no other black folks from the United States that was at it, it hit me at that moment that I can't leave this.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of opportunity going to come out of this experience. And I was scheduled to meet with 20 companies from various parts of the planet.
Okay.
And I sat down with 16 of them. Some huge opportunities came across my lap. Unbelievable opportunities came across my lap. But this one guy that lived in Cognac, France, but he was from Holland, Amsterdam, named Seba Hartman. He sat down with me and he said, I can make you a cognac drink. And light bulb popped in my head. I said, let's do it. And that's how it started.
Yeah.
Here you go, years later. I mean, we got the brand up and running. We in Walmart's, we in Total Wines in Louisiana, we several states, several countries, making connections. We just got a connection with Canada, one in Central America, specifically in El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
And to be selling to other countries is a blessing, for somebody like me, like us.
Right.
It's just amazing,
So
to be
growing up in
doing it.
New Orleans, how was that experience for you? Being from the New Orleans area and growing up there, how did that shape your thought process of being an entrepreneur, of wanting to be into the entrepreneur industry?
I was always in sales. You know what I'm saying? No matter if I was a kid selling T-shirts, hats, and snowballs,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Candy in school, and then moving up to becoming a street pharmacist and all that, and then having the mindset to what, it got to be something better out there. But you never know what type of opportunities exist in the world until you start to educate yourself.
Yeah.
So. But being in New Orleans and I grew up on the West Bank, and then kind of migrate to some of the outskirts of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had a chance to experience different, somewhat cultures, not really different cultures,
Right.
but from New Orleans to Baton Rouge is different.
Mm-hmm.
So so
Absolutely.
you get to experience a little bit of everything, and being a go-getter, wanting to make something happen, just didn't know what they exactly do. We're selling the wrong product at one time. Now we selling the right product, legit.
Right. Right.
So taking those skills, which they are skills, you know what I'm saying? You can take the average, I ain't gonna say average, you can take, a brother or sister off the street, man, that's selling weight, man. If you can change their mindset, they can run a Fortune 500 company,
Absolutely.
And I'm talking about selling weight. I ain't talking about, like the small stuff.
Right.
So, I'm not proud of that, but that's a part of my history, and that made me who I am today. That's part of what made me who I am today. So you got to take the good, the bad, and the ugly and embrace it all.
Gotcha. So with the cognac, getting into the cognac industry after you met your partner, what else have you decided you wanted to branch off into, or is it just cognac? Are there other spirits that you're branding, or are you just sticking with the name brand and keeping it?
Well, we came up with the first ever honey cognac, honey blended cognac.
Yes.
That was ever blended. So and the BNIC is real strict in cognac, about, you add something to cognac. Once you add something to cognac, they try to say you got to kind of change the name a little bit. So we called it Lasserre liqueur, made with honey and cognac. Yeah. But basically, it's just a honey cognac. It's a cognac blended with honey.
Mm-hmm.
And this brand has gave birth to so many different other ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a coffee drink that we're working on. It's called Creme de la Serre Cafe.
Okay.
So we're gonna actually create the cafe that actually you can go and purchase those. You can go purchase that coffee, because what coffee shop you can go to and buy coffee that got liquor in it, So stuff like that is right. And stuff like that is creative, So that's one brand.
Okay.
That we're working on, and we're working on some RTD brands, a honey cognac lemonade, different flavors of the lemonade, and stuff like that. That's definitely on the to-do list.
And where can Lasserre be purchased?
All right, if you're in Louisiana, or if you're traveling to New Orleans, Louisiana, and stuff, it's in the Walmarts, it's in the Total Wines, it's in we got like some supermarkets called like Rouse's. You get it in Rouse's. Damn near select bunch of select liquor stores, Stars, King's Discount. In Baton Rouge, they got the beverage discount store. They got the cigar lounges, the restaurants, steakhouses, bistros. I mean, we pretty much all over Louisiana. We in some other states as well, but we have a courier service that can actually facilitate a purchase between the buyer and the seller.
Correct.
Between a retail spot location here in Louisiana, they'll go purchase it for you and ship it to you.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested in that, definitely just direct message me, and I'll send you the information to our liquor courier.
Gotcha. Okay. And what's the inspiration behind the bottle? Because I read that it's engraved, and then it's also actual gold. So the lettering here is actual. It's gold. So I love the bottle design. I thought it was really nice, and of course, being from Louisiana, having the fleur de lis, that signature recognition. How did you come up with the concept for it?
Well, the fleur de lis, the history of it extends way beyond New Orleans. New Orleans is French territory, so it's a part of that history, but it's not the beginning of where the fleur de lis actually started and was created. Fleur de lis is a flower in France. That's what it means. It's a flower. And King Louis VI used to he used that symbol on his cloak, on his jacket, and also on his shield. And all of his soldiers had that same symbol. So when they all got spread out through Europe, like the soldiers and stuff like that, that's how they recognized that those soldiers came from from France when they see that symbol, which is a symbol of French royalty. You know, so I kind of identify that by my, my heritage.
Right.
You know, and I thought that would be a great way to represent, a brand that I would, put together, for that. As far as the lettering, the last name Lasserre is my surname, it's my last name, and it's, the logo is trimmed, it's trimmed. This is not a sticker. You can't pull this off.
Absolutely.
Like you go to the Douce bottles, you can pull that. That's enough for the sticker.
Right, absolutely.
And this is real 24 karat gold. So I wanted to make it luxury, but we wanted to bring the price down so we can compete with the Hennessy's and the Douces and all the other brands, the Remy's and all other brands that they got out. Now we also have plans on creating an XO VSOP that's going to be blended with a top shelf bourbon. So where you get the best of both worlds. I mean, we have plans to take, man, it's going to be around forever.
Absolutely. So let me ask
about
you, what is your favorite concoction? Do you drink it straight, over ice, on the rocks? Like, how do you make your own, your preference?
Neat.
Neat.
So, and when they say neat, it's like drinking it straight with no ice, no nothing.
Got it. You have a couple of comments here, so I'm going to read a few. Let's see. We have, are you in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York?
We're working on it. Black Mama Vodka, and she has a manufacturing company in New York. And she's we both are part of the Black Liquor Distribution Network that we group that we building our own distribution channels. So New York is definitely one of the states that we're going to get that distribution real soon.
Awesome. Let's see. We have a comment that says Star in Kenner is where she always finds it. The bottle is fire with a lot of fire emojis. Norvel always dropping knowledge. Let's see. It's delicious. A lot of quality in a bottle. It's priced perfectly. The best. I love it with lemonade. I love it neat. So you have a lot of love. So thank you to everyone that's listening in, that's dropping some information in the chats to share with others. I created my own little concoction today. It's, of course, ice. I did pineapple juice, lime juice, some cherry juice, and a few fresh cherries, and about 6 ounces of my Lasserre Cognac. So,
awesome. I got to try that.
It's good. I'm gonna come with I don't know. I'm gonna figure a name for it, but it's very good. It's very good. So, who would be one of your dream collaborators or maybe influencers to get the Lasserre brand out there? It's already out there, but to like push it to a larger audience.
I mean, we got talks with some major international suppliers. We got talks with Bacardi. We got talks with Sazerac. Some real big companies and stuff like that. And these companies, they don't build brands. They create partnerships with brands and they buy out brands.
Right.
Like Sazerac bought 19 brands from Diageo in 2019. So that's the type of stuff they do. And a lot of the brands that we are building, you see a lot of Black owners of brands and stuff, and we just continue, continue branding and creating that noise in the marketplace.
Right.
It can attract a major partnership opportunity with these international suppliers.
Yes.
So that's the goal. That's the end goal. At the end of the day, that's the end goal for pretty much every brand that's starting from the ground on up. So that's what I'm and they usually come at you after, maybe seven years in business. So we like 6.5 years going strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think within the next year or so that we'll probably have a partnership on the table.
Awesome. So welcome everyone to Touch Taste Thursday. This is season 4, episode 2. My name is Rebecca Brumfield. I am of the Jean Ellen Home and Lifestyle Collection, and my guest tonight is Mr. Norvel Lasserre. We're talking about his cognac, his signature cognac brand, Honey Blend Cognac, and now we are actually about to talk about him as a businessman in real estate and investing. And so I did a little of my research, and I kind of looked up some things, and so I saw that you had a book called Property Tax Liens: An Investor's Guide. So
Yeah,
how did you get into that area? Like, because that's two different things, the spirits industry and investments. How do you get enough time for both of them?
well, I started with the real estate first. That's how I got the money to invest into, international trade.
Okay.
So real estate was like the first business that I was able to, build my capital to be able to invest into other things.
Right.
So I started off buying tax deeds. But really, I started off the traditional way, like the traditional real estate investors, and then the '08 crash came. Long story short, it kind of wiped me out. So I was like, man, the next time I get involved with real estate, I'm gonna make sure I own these properties. So
Right.
no loans, no bank loans, no credit cards, none of that. Mortgages. We got into buying tax liens and tax deeds, which is the best entry level investment, in my opinion, in the world.
Okay.
So when you buy tax liens, you're getting properties like pennies on the dollar. So you might get a
Correct.
property for under 10,000. After waiting the redemption period, and once you take possession of the property might be worth 150,000. So you're looking at 1,000% plus return
Mm-hmm.
when you're investing with tax liens, certificates and stuff like that. Now tax deeds a little bit different. You might spend a little bit more money, but back then when I started, it was like cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to get into this bidding war with other people. You could just go get the list from whatever law firm that was
Okay.
overseeing the tax deeds or the adjudicated properties. And you can say, I want that. It might have property for $500. They had property all in the night was I was buying for $500, turning around selling them for 10, 12,000, and I was able to build my money up. So
Right.
I
Right.
mean, and I was like, I wouldn't say I was the only person who knew about this, but I was one of the few
Yeah.
that knew that, and I knew how to contact those law firms to get the list of properties. So it's still like that today, but now with the adjudicators and the tax deeds, it's like the highest bidder type auction or sales.
Okay.
So you got to go there. You might have to go spend a little bit more money up front, but the property, you spend the money in the beginning. You spend the money up front. You might not have that much work to do to the property versus if you get a tax lien and you wait like maybe 6 months to 3 years for the redemption period to end on that. You still gonna have to do some work. It might be gutted or something like that, but you're
Okay.
still paying less than $10,000 for the property
Correct.
that's valued over $100,000. So it's a win-win. And even if the property gets redeemed, what that means is basically it's a time period between the time that you purchase the tax lien certificate and the time that it expires, the redemption period.
So
So
how
the
does
prop
one get involved? Like, how would, if I'm new to it and I want to get into that industry and I want to start, investing, how do I get started?
All right, one way is grab that book off Amazon, Property Tax Liens, an Investor's Guide. It's about $9.99. You will have to download the Kindle app, which is free. Uh, it's a guide. It's going to help you navigate your way through that process, through the step-by-step process as to
Mm-hmm.
how to actually get started.
Okay.
But we also teach a free master class on Clubhouse every Tuesday. It's called Tax Lien Tuesday Master Class. We be dropping some gems in there. You know what I'm saying? We have anywhere from 200 to 500 people coming through that class every week. Uh, we don't hold back no information. I mean, whatever question you ask, whatever you want to know, it ain't no subscribe here. We're gonna give you that information right there because we want to see people win, you know.
Right.
So the master class is free, you know, and if you got the time to come every week and take notes and just listen, you have to pay $1.
Right.
You know, and just remember our DMs are always open. I have several experts. That's part of the master class. And most of them is ladies, man. Them ladies, man, on fire. You know, they're taking over, man. There's a lot of them ladies are really taking action, you know, and I'm proud of y'all, you know, because I wish more males would do the same. But it's a lot of ladies, they're doing workshops, they're doing meet and greets. We have a traveling group, a tax sale traveling group, you know. Shout out to Tiffany Tayus and Taj with that. I mean, these ladies, they started out late like a girls' trip, like ladies going from state to state, St. Louis, Indiana, Chicago, buying properties off the tax sales. And it just grew bigger and bigger. And, you know, a lot of guys got involved. And now it's a big group called the Tax Sale Group, Traveling Group, that travels to different tax sales, and you get to actually, you know, get hands-on experience with, you know, teach you how to research the properties, hold your hand, drive around looking at properties, doing drive-bys, doing the online research. You know, so if you want to get, you know, you want to learn about tax, I'm telling you, man, this is the best investment in the world.
Okay.
And it don't take much to do it. I'm telling you, we got live living testimonies. People buying properties for $500. Some people have bought properties for under $100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is happening, and you got people that don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody taking advantage of this stuff right here. You know, so not everybody is on Clubhouse.
Correct.
And you know, that's a big downfall for some people. But you know, if you're on Facebook, go to our Facebook page. It's called All Things Tax Liens. You know what I'm saying? We answer all kind of questions on All Things Tax Liens.
Okay.
So just go look for our Facebook group, All Things Tax Liens, and connect. You know, you'll learn how to do the research, which you got to do the online. We're going to teach you the step-by-step process and help you get started. We're going to walk you through the process and make sure you get a property.
Got it. I love it because I'm reading these comments, and the comments are like Tax Lien Tuesday, straight to the top. Norvel's wisdom and property tax lien is immaculate. He genuinely wants to help the community. Boss energy, money burning my pockets. I got one for $100. Download Clubhouse. We are there every Tuesday at 7 Eastern. I always tell people, if you're not using Clubhouse the right way to make networking connections, you need to get off. Because Clubhouse is the way to go.
Look, I see Vanessa Braxton on. She under Black Mama Vodka. She just said she got property. She just commented that she got properties for $100.
$100.
Yeah. So look. So I'm telling you, man. I wish all of our people, man, would know about this and start taking action, because I'm telling you, all right, we need to buy. America is for sale. Just like Kanye West, America is for sale.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what we doing? We maybe spend more than $100 on tennis shoes.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Come on, man, get yourself some real estate, like my girl be saying, you know. So you know, I'm here for anybody that want to learn this process. And like I said, I don't really charge for information, and I talk to people every day, all day, about tax lien investing. And if they have questions, they always call me and contact me. All right, but we have other experts also that do consultations.
Okay.
You know, just connect with me. If you're on Clubhouse, connect with Tax Lien Tuesday. We have a club called the Lasserre Honey Cognac Club on Clubhouse. Join that club, and you're going to receive all the notifications for every time we go live.
Absolutely. I popped in once or twice, but I didn't stay to get all of the knowledge that you just dropped in the last 10 minutes. And I wish I had, because I'll be a little bit further on the game. but I'm gonna be there Tuesday.
All right, all right.
I'm gonna be there
Telling you,
Tuesday.
man,
Definitely.
we creating future millionaires and future mega millionaires. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got one brother that's been, you know, he's been with us since the beginning, since we actually started doing the master class last year in February. We started. He was at work, you know, listening in, taking notes and stuff.
Right.
Man, that man, he from Chicago, and Chicago had this sale on hold. You know, so we encouraged them to go to Indiana sale
Uh-huh.
last year. So he went to the Indiana sale for $2,200. He purchased 3 properties, one single family townhouse, one single family house. Both of them was 3 bedrooms. Too bad he got like one big old piece of lot that he planned to put like some container homes on for $2,200.
That's a
And
steal.
you look, the redemption period was like 120 days, so like 4 months. So August came, he took possession of the property. Now he got his deeds. He went back this year and got 6 more properties.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember, this man ain't knew nothing about tax deeds, nothing but tax liens, nothing about that stuff until last year in February.
Right.
Now this man about to be the owner of 9 properties, and one of the properties is a 12-plex multifamily building
Oh wow.
that he got for $700. You know, so this is the type of, you know, when you come in there, people get you're gonna hear results.
Yes.
You know, because you might hear about all kind of different courses. You got to pay this money and pay that kind of money, and all right, and this right here, you will never hear nobody talking about, oh, I paid for the course and now I'm worth this much amount of money. You know, you don't never hear the results like talking about, but I'm telling you, there's many testimonials, many results, and that's one guy. And guess what? Those 3 properties he purchased last year is value as is, not the ARV, as is $109,000. He paid $2,200 for 3 properties, valued as is at $109,000. So he just increased his net worth by $107,000.
Absolutely.
Where you do that?
I don't know if everybody's listening to what you're saying right now while we're live. Like I don't know. Now I'm excited. Now I'm like, okay, let me put it on my calendar Tuesday. I'm gonna be on Clubhouse. I'm gonna make sure I got my notebook. I'm gonna be ready. This is awesome. Like this is a lot of information, and I love the fact that you have your squad. They're in the comments. They letting everyone know, like, this is what I got. This is what I have. I spent this. I spent that. So you have all of the facts right there. But make sure that if you have any questions, you always reach out to Mr. Lasserre. He said his DMs are open, so he's open to answering your questions. I will make sure I pin your Instagram handle as well as other information so that people can connect with you, because I mean this needs to be shared. Everyone needs to hear this.
Absolutely. I agree. You know, I mean, it's time. You know what I'm saying? And right now we got the perfect thing, man. It's talking about recession and all that stuff. We don't worry about all that when you got that passive income coming in.
Absolutely.
You know?
That was going to be my next question to those that are kind of timid about it, because you know there has been a lot of discussion about the market crashing again and it basically being a repeat of 2008. You know, what I guess encouragement would you give to kind of help push past that and just jump right in?
Well, I mean, think about it. You know, money is not bad. It's not worth what people think it's worth. You know what I'm saying? So it's with the value of the dollar, inflation, then you got you know, the economy, the recession, you know, everything that's happening and stuff like that. You have to find a way to hedge your money. All right, because one day, you know, you're gonna wake up and they're gonna say that the dollar, you know, right, if you got $100,000 in the bank, it's only worth $10,000.
Right.
You're gonna get that announcement one day. All right, so it's better, instead of having $100,000 in the bank, you want to pump that $100,000 into like 10 properties. You can get 10 properties for 5,000 to 10,000 under, and buying tax sales, you know, tax liens, tax deeds, or OTCs. All right, you park that money into that real estate. That way, when they announce that the dollar ain't worth nothing, they gotta announce the new currency. So guess what? You sell your property for the new currency.
Okay.
So now your money's still up there because he parked it in something that's not going to lose its value as much as the dollar.
Got it.
Make sense?
Yeah,
You,
absolutely.
you have to hedge your money. I mean, you don't want to have a bunch of cash piled up somewhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You want to take and just have just enough for you to, to pay for your lifestyle.
Okay.
Pay your expenses and stuff like that. Keep your household going. Just that's all you want to keep enough just for that. You want to have a whole bunch of money like people with all that money stacked up. Money ain't worth nothing.
Right.
It's fiat money. You know what I'm saying? So you want to take that money and hedge it in something that's going to hold value. Even products. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is going to sell forever. You see what I'm saying? I'll
Absolutely.
dump $500,000 into liquor, man, like it ain't nothing because liquor don't go bad. 10 years later, I could still sell that liquor. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely
So
right.
you have to be smart during these times.
Right. You have a
Uh,
comment that says, "Will the recession make houses even cheaper on tax lien?"
I mean, tax liens is you just paying the taxes.
Okay.
That's it. You're not paying the value of the properties. All you paying is the property tax.
Hmm.
Unless you buying a tax deed and you bidding against somebody else and they driving the price up. But you just have to be creative and find ways to get those same properties for less money, or try to, maybe contact the property owner and see if the property owner won't sell it. You might not want to do nothing with it. You might not want to have nothing to do with the property. You might buy it for him cheaper than going to the sale
Right.
and getting in this bidding war.
Hmm.
So it you just have to be creative. But the recession and what's going on in America is not going to affect what we're doing at all.
Awesome. See, we have some more comments. That's what I'm talking about. Liquor don't go bad.
Yeah, don't
Another
go bad.
comment says, "Yep, liquor and real estate for sure." And we have a question that says, "When you just pay the property tax, does everything on that property belong to you?"
When you pay the property taxes, they give you a tax lien certificate if you buy tax liens, and you may have a redemption period attached to that time. So you just have to wait the redemption period because they got to give the property owner some time to try to get the property back. But remember, you earning 1% per month on your prop, for the money that you paid on for that tax lien certificate. So 1% per month times 12 months, 12% you're earning. Plus in Louisiana, they give you an extra 5% penalty interest on top of it. So you're looking at 17%. So
Mm-hmm.
12 months in a day, I make 18%. So my 18% on my money if the property owner comes back and pay the taxes after 12 months. So it's a win-win. You cannot lose. You either go get your money back plus interest, or the redemption period expires and you end up with the property, which is like winning the lottery.
Gotcha. I think with her question specifically, she was asking like if there's like 5 cars, 4 houses, and a shed all on the property that's all under that same, I guess, that same owner that did not pay the property tax for all of that on the
Whatever's
property.
immovable, you get it. So and it might not even apply. Then sometimes when you're doing your research, you have to check. You have to go to the tax assessor's website, and once you type that parcel ID, a parcel number in it, and then do a property search, they'll tell you exactly what's going on with the property. And there's always a GIS mapping system connected to that site that you can look on the map because they're going to have highlighted what's all included. So if they have a structure inside the highlight, that means the house goes with it.
Right.
Uh, but if they got cars and other stuff, that's movable.
Okay.
So that's not included.
Okay. What about international purchases? I mean, is that the same concept internationally where you're purchasing tax liens there, or is that just something that you are doing strictly in the States?
Well, we starting here. This is where we're going to start. Like we buying properties in Indiana, we buying properties in St. Louis, Louisiana, Illinois, and we're gonna hit some of these other cities as well. But these are kind of like easier sales. So and then they have short redemption periods. So we're gonna start there. Then we're gonna kind of spread out throughout the U.S., California, New York,
Okay.
and that's upstate New York, Florida, Georgia. You're gonna hit all the places everywhere. And then there are other countries where you can do it too. You know, Canada, definitely Canada. Because I heard about some places in Canada where the tax sales are very similar to the tax sales here in the U.S. And also in parts of Europe.
Okay.
Italy, they got like $1 home deal thing where you could buy houses for $1, which they have like certain criteria. And so we definitely gonna be looking into that, and as well as South America, Central America.
Okay. You have a question that says, what state has the highest return on interest?
If I had to guess, I would say Texas, because
Okay.
Texas, you can get up to 50%. It's 18% in Louisiana, and a lot of other places it might be in between 16 and 18%. But Texas, if you buying they have like a 6-month redemption period for the non-stay-at-home homestead exemptions, and for the homestead exemption, it's a 2-year redemption period. So for the 6-month redemption period, it's 25%, and for the 2-year redemption period, it's 50%. You know what I'm saying? So you can get 50% return on your investment in 2 years.
All right. We have another question that says, Dwayne Johnson from LaPlace, Louisiana, when purchasing out of state, do any certifications or licenses? I think the question is, do you need any certifications or licenses when purchasing out of state?
No, you just have to register. You know, you can register as an individual, or you can register as an entity. Sometimes it's better to register as an individual, and then once you take possession of the property, you can always assign that property to your business. That way you don't go through all that red tape with your business. But that's it. I mean, it don't matter what your background is, no matter what kind of certifications you got, none of that matters.
Listen, I appreciate you coming on tonight and sharing all of that. That's well more information than I knew starting out. And I'm grateful that you were available to come and share your extensive knowledge base on property tax liens. So you definitely have a friend in me, because I'm going to be calling like, hey, what do I need to do next?
Awesome.
So thank you so very much. I mean, what's next? Like, what do you have that is going to come up immediately that you need everyone to come out and support you on?
Well, I mean, you know, for right now, we still in the building stages, so we're going to just continue to focus on doing what we're doing and just getting bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do this forever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the liquor, you know, I think an international partnership is right around the corner.
Awesome.
International partnership. So our exit strategy for that is going to be to partner up with a larger company and just take over the world.
Hey, I'm with it. Just let me know. I'll be there. I'm with it. Thank you so much again for being a part of Gene Ellen Home and Lifestyle Collection's Touch Taste Thursday. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Definitely,
and I will definitely make sure to tag all of your information about your book. I saw a comment where someone says, I'm getting the book now. So we're going to make sure everyone has access to you so they can purchase the book and be a part of your Clubhouse room on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Just DM me. You know, if y'all need some information, I'm available. I'm going to make myself available.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. You take care.
Alrighty.
All right.
Everyone, make sure you are following Mr. Norvel Lasserre. And as well as if you're not, and you're following him and you're not following him, make sure you follow me as well so you can stay connected to all things Gene Ellen Collection related. So next week on episode 3, my guest is Pastor Christian Hardy of the Love Alive Church. She's my pastor, or my co-pastor. She's going to be on Instagram Live for Touch Taste Thursday. It's going to be good. I think you're going to enjoy speaking with her and hearing her story, her testimony, and how she's and her husband have built their ministry together. Another thing before we go, I want to make sure I acknowledge our sponsor, for episode 2. Blooms by Brianna. She made this beautiful arrangement. So I want to make sure you guys have access to her Instagram as well. It is Blooms by Brianna. I will tag her information in our IGTV. So that is all that we have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, comment, like, share this live. Make sure that you let someone know all of this information that you just heard for free tonight. So that is it for Touch Taste Thursday. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. What's for me is for me, and what ain't is for another saint. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Have an amazing weekend. Goodbye.